Hey YouTube, Team Phantasmal here, coming at you with another Force of Will deck profile. Force of Will deck profiles out the ass, I know. Kind of like, this is something that I put together. This is probably, it's a pretty decent deck. It does really good against red, especially, due to like Angel of Wisdom and lots of just other counter cards that hurt them. But I don't know how it really fares against other things. It's just mono white. It's a mono white, like, Awakening Knight of the Round Table Angel deck. Like, it just like pretty much named everything that plays in this deck. There's Knight of the Round Tables, there's a couple Angels, and then there's lots of cards that can use like Awakening and stuff. Not that many, but lots of cards that are TMS and lots of Knights of the Round Tables and like 4 Angels. So I would probably call it Knight of the Round Tables, Arla's Knight of the Round Tables / Angels, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so let's just get straight into this. So first off, the ruler is Arla. Arla's like not a really good ruler in my opinion, but he works really well with this deck because of the pumping and target resonator flying. So boost other guys up really fast, and then using his God Art basically, because you play like lots of small guys, and then like you do have a couple big guys that you get in there later on, but his God Art is pretty good in this deck. So yeah, Arla is the ruler. Plus, the main reason is also because we're playing God, but I want to play Goddess Bow, and that card's just 4 counters on Goddess Bows is nuts. So it makes running Arla worth it, in my opinion. So yeah, so that's Arla. And then for the stones, we play Juan Almerius. It's just basically there to give the resonators flying, and I've won games with this card, so it's deserved a spot. Yeah. And then for Moonbreeze's Memoria, this is also just for the Awakening stuff. Instead of playing all basic ones, you might as well just have a higher chance of being able to awaken stuff. So yeah, there's that. And then the 5 basic light magic stones. If you really wanted to, you don't have to run these. You can just run like light basic magic stones and just run 4 interdimensional Vessel Apollo. I do run those as well, but this just makes consistency more key. So yeah, 4 light basic magic stones. And then for the resonators, one of my favorite cards in the game, for Percival. Oh, Percival, you are an amazing card. Reveal the top 5, grab a Knight of the Round Table or a Galley out of them. Yeah, Percival is just Percival. It's really, really good. I love this art. It's like 10 times better than the other one, so I always play with this art. I just like it a lot better. Then the other one drop we play is 4 Crescent Moon Magician. I don't really like this card that much, but in this deck it does really well due to a certain card that we play. So I use this card mostly as fodder, but its ability has come up more than once before. So it's good. It's good early game, but it seems it's crap later on. Like late game is crap. But yeah. And then 3 Gawain. I also like this art of Gawain better, but that's just me. He just pretty much is a wall basically. He gives you other Knight of the Round Tables 2/2, and whenever he blocks, he rests something else as well. So he's getting rid of 2 problems at once basically. So, or whenever he blocks or attacks, so that's also good and key to remember. And then 3 Galahad. Galahad does play a very big. It plays a very big role in this deck. Such a big role that I actually may bump him up to 4 at some point. I'm not sure. But yeah, pretty much Crescent Moon Magician and Galahad. The points that these cards have in this deck is because I'm running 3 Abel, the Avenger of Gods. Basically, you incarnate those guys and either just use them as fodder, or in Galahad's case, get his effect off whenever he's put into a graveyard rest stuff. So basically, this makes it so his awakening ability is a lot less. And then since you're playing Vessel Apollo, you can potentially make this like only having to pay 2 light will out of your magic stones, and then if you have 2 Vessel Apollo, you just use the colorless because it is an awakening. So basically, you're just getting his effect off for a lot less with the incarnating and everything. So plus, there's just lots of utilities about this card. Abel, the Avenger of Gods. He's just really good, really good. I love the target attack that he has. Yeah, so I just thought I wanted to make use of this card. Basically, I just thought he always was a good card, and then those are other cards that just work. He's most powerful when you incarnate him in, rather than just hard casting him. Obviously, you can see why. And then 2 Izanagi, the Keeper of the Seal. Just pretty much remove problematic cards from the field and try to push for game. So yeah, he is a hefty cost. So there is that. But he goes up to 2,000, so that's pretty neat. And then 2 Angel of Wisdom. I play more in the side. I'm not going to show the side because it's like, pretty much with this deck, it's a fun deck, and I don't really like side heavily for like fun decks, really. I just pretty much make them and say like this would be good in a situation. I actually never really side in fun decks. I just make them because I can. But yeah, 2 Angel of Wisdom. Just get rid of all that fire, dark hate. Plus a 2-drop 5/5 flyer is still good. And then I like to play a Celestial Wing Seraph and a Dignified Seraph for targets. For this is the target basically for Arla's J-activate when you search, and then get this guy out. It's not really that great whatsoever, but you could play Lucifer, but then you have to change up the stones for like 1 card, because I don't want to dead draw 1 card and be like, well, I only play 1 of it, so I'm never going to draw it. But then there's that situation that you do draw it, and then you just have this card that you cannot play since you don't play any dark magic stones. Plus, with Lucifer, he needs 2 dark, so you can't just play like 2 dark magic stones. Like, what if you draw it? It's just, in my mind, I'm just like, oh, that just sounds so gross. So I'd rather just play this in case that happens. I'd rather not just dead draw stuff. And then for the spells, 3 Shining Strike. This just stops people in their tracks, and you get to draw cards, so always good. And then 3 Justice of God Swords. Works really well when you have Arla on the field, and the reason why you play it. Plus, it's only a 1 cost. Yeah, you could put in your spell chance standby, but I don't see why you would. And then lastly, 1 Dream of Juliet. I side another one, but yeah, Dream of Juliet is just the best light spell in this whole entire game, in my opinion. It's just, you splash it in anything, and it usually just does something. Like, is always a good card. So, and then for the Regalia, lastly, 3 Goddess Bow. This is MVP, best card in the deck. 4 counters on this thing is ridiculous. It makes it stay longer, and it just, you even destroy flyers and shit. So yeah, so God Bow it's God Bow. It's stupid. I always thought the Regalia was stupid, but you do have to play Arla, which does suck. But God Bow, it's God Bow, so good. And then 4 Vessel Apollo. This just gets the Awakenings off faster. Plus, you can do crazy shenanigans with bouncing stuff back to your hand, casting, Awakening, bouncing. You know, get more effects off. With like Percival, and for some reason, I just like always thinking of it this way: play it, get the effect, bounce, play it. You just went through 1/4 of your whole entire deck. That sounds so stupid. Like, you just thinned through 1/4 of your deck and got what you wanted out of those 10 cards. So, like, I just think of it that way. I'm just like, that's so stupid. Like, so nice. And then lastly, 2 Levitine for giving your J-Ruler swiftness. This kind of is like a J-Ruler. This deck doesn't rely on the J-Ruler whatsoever, but you definitely can make him, like, usable easily. Not sure if I'd play 3 of this. Basically, it's really preference, I find. You definitely could run 3 of this, though. But, yeah. So that is the Arla Knight of the Round Table / Angel deck that I got here. This is just kind of like another fun deck, just for the time until BFA comes out. Then this deck won't exist anymore, because when BFA comes out, I'm going to be going crazy, making decks out of there, because I got great ideas coming into my head right now. So, yeah. Thank you for watching this, and peace out, guys.